What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I'm going to show you this clip from Harry Enten. You know, he's out there talking. He does the political analysis, and I think it's on CNN. And it's very interesting to listen to him, and he gives us little details about what we can expect in the 2026 midterm election. So I want to focus on that video today. We're going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to give you guys my opinion. But right now, it looks like there is a blue wave forming. If you're looking at the polling, if you're looking at Gallup, and that's what you're going to be talking about today, Gallup is showing that Democrats are going to have a huge advantage, at least in the House, in 2026. So that's what we're going to focus on. But first off, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have a political science degree. I worked in political campaigns for over 15 years. And the focus in this video and all my videos is to take a look at the issues and how they impact the 2026 midterm election. And so if that sounds like something interesting to you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your family and friends. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the clip. Here we go.
With the midterms approaching.
Yeah, okay, so that is not the only good news for liberals. Take a look here, the party ID margin, Democrats versus Republicans. Now get this, in the latest reading, according to Gallup last quarter, it is an 8-point advantage for Democrats. That looks nothing like what we saw going into the 2022 midterms when Republicans had a 5-point advantage and, of course, took back the House. This is even better than what we saw Democrats had back in 2017 in quarter four when they had a 6-point advantage. And, of course, Democrats easily took back the House then. This follows 2017. 2018, Democrats are going to take back the House.
All right, what do folks say about the chances of Democrats taking back the House?
Yeah, you take a look at the prediction markets. According to Kalshi, look at this. A 77% chance, people putting their money where their mouth is, that Democrats will take back the House. That's actually higher than we were a month ago when it was 74%.
The trend line for Democrats pointing up. Harry Enten, thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend.
More news right after a quick break.
So there was Harry Enten talking about the 2026 midterm election, and there are two things that I want to talk about that he mentioned there. So the last thing he was talking about is Kalshi, the betting odds. So betting odds 77%. And so everyone's putting their money behind the Democrats, if you want to look at it that way, as far as betting. However, what's more important, and let me just show it again, I'll just have it frozen on the screen here, but we're looking at back in 2017, we saw the same polling showing +6, okay, for Democrats. And then in 2021, we saw +5 for Republicans. And with that +5 that Republicans were able to show, they were able to take back the House in 2022. Now in 2017, we saw similar numbers. In 2018, guess what? Democrats took back the House, and it was like 41. They won by 41 seats. And so this is big news. If you're looking at this, if we're going to believe what we're seeing here coming from Gallup, that means that we're seeing a blue wave forming. And I've gone over this. I have the +1 model that I show you guys. And right now we're at about anywhere from between 35 to 40 seats. That's the gain for Democrats. And so it could be even more because, as I mentioned, in 2017, we saw +6. Now we're seeing +8. We could see a real big shift for Democrats, and not only in the House, because now I'm starting to talk a little bit about the Senate, because when we start looking at the Senate and how these races can play out, with Peltola coming in Alaska, she has a possibility of winning there. We have Sherrod Brown has a possibility of winning in Ohio. If Democrats can hold all the states that they have right now, and if Democrats can win in places like Maine and North Carolina, they have a real shot of taking back control of the Senate, which I would have said just a month ago, I would have said that's impossible. I would say it would be really hard for them to do it. That would be a Hail Mary pass. But now we're looking at a situation where it's like let's say 4th and 10. So they have an opportunity there to get that first down, to actually take back control of the Senate. Now, I know I'm using a football analogy, and if you don't watch football, I apologize for that. But what I'm saying here is Democrats do have a shot. And looking at some of the latest polling and looking at some of the latest data, we're seeing that. And so let's take a look at the House of Representatives first. So Republicans right now, they're at about 218. It says 220, but we're going to see 2 special elections. And then when it comes to Democrats, they're at about 213. So they're going to have a couple of special elections as well. But for sake of this illustration, Democrats right now are at 215. Republicans are at 220. You need 218 to take control. And so what Democrats need to do is net 3 seats. If they can net 3 seats, they will take back control of the House. This is not a tall order. And just getting back to what Harry Enten was saying, when it comes to the numbers that they're looking at, the polling that's coming from Gallup, it's showing +8. It showed +6 back in 2017. And in 2018, we saw that huge victory for Democrats, 41 seats. All they needed 3 seats. And so if Gallup is saying that they're +8 now, and Gallup was saying that they're +6 back in 2017, and so it's very, very likely that Democrats will be able to take back the House. That is not going to be the problem. The problem is going to be in the Senate. And let me just give you a visual of what I'm talking about here. So right now, when it comes to the Senate, Democrats and independents are at 47, Republicans are at 53. And so this is what Democrats are going to need to do. They need to win Georgia. They need to win Michigan. They need to flip North Carolina. They need to flip Maine. They need to win Alaska, and that would be 50-50. Okay, now Republicans would still maintain control because the vice president comes in and breaks the tie. So on top of that, they need to win in Ohio, or Iowa, or Texas, or South Carolina. They need to win one of those states. I think Ohio is their best opportunity. So if they win Ohio, they'll have 51. Republicans will be at 49, and Democrats will take back control of the Senate. So it's not impossible, but it's going to be very, very hard. I should mention before, a couple of days ago, Peltola just came into the race. If she didn't come into the race, then Sullivan would have won easily. Sullivan's a Republican. He would have won easily, and that would have put Democrats, if they did all the stuff that we talked about before, but they didn't win Alaska, they would still be at 50-50, a huge victory for Democrats, but they would not take back control of the Senate. So I want to know what you guys think about all this. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.